So yeah, let me start this session, right? So myself is Chanti. So the duration of this core Java is 40 hours session, and I have a 6 years of experience in Java and AIT with 8 years of a real-time industry, and still 15 years I was teaching this core Java and advanced Java and the frameworks. So just we'll see the introduction about all the things. All right. So if you have any queries, you can ask me at the end of the session. So we'll see exactly, first we'll see what is exactly the Java. Programming language, so simple thing is in a programming language. So basically the programming language are used to develop the application, right? So we'll see what exactly the application and all the things. So an application is a software program that runs on your computers. See, now we are interacting with a welcome to, GoToMeeting software. So it is a one kind of application. Now you are making calls to someone using calling application, and now you are using WhatsApp. Again, the WhatsApp is one application. If you want to prepare resume, we need an MS Office application. If you want to watch a movie, again one application is needed, that is VLC is needed. So to work with any task with the machine, we need a mediator. That is what application. Application is simply a software program written by a programming language. And let's see, we'll see why we need to give the importance on Java, and we have more languages before Java also, like C and CPP. Let me cover all the things. So see this screen, having some kinds of application. Let me explain you clearly what these applications are exactly. So here we have applications like, see here I have application like calculator and a VLC media player and MS Office. At the left side we have a first column we have calculator, VLC and the MS Office. All the applications are running, these three applications are running within the system only, right? So that's why they will be called as standalone application. Windows applications will say that one. And coming to the second column, you have a Yahoo Mail and a Gmail and a Google Docs. This is also some applications, and these applications are running on the internet. You can access the data anywhere from the net, from the world. So these three things are called as web-based applications. And coming to the last column, that is what we have: automating billing systems and like payment processing and the email marketing. Like these three are under coming to what enterprise applications. So these are some kinds of applications. And see, I think all of you done your graduation. So in your graduation, hopefully you have a C language in your first year. I hope. So coming to what C programming. So you are not trying to create any kind of this application, like maybe standalone or an Yahoo Mail or a Gmail or some automating billing or anything. Just I think our starting journey starts from Hello World program, and we need to do some programs like, yeah, some disturbance is there from, I think so it is. Can you mute all the peoples? Disturbance are coming from you guys. Okay, right. Right. So in your first year BTech, you have a C language. I think you never done any kind of program like this. Like you didn't cover these applications like a Windows and a web-based and enterprise application. Always we are doing the programs in like a blue color editor, and the output will be there in black color editor, whatever the program will be. Like we have done so many programs like addition, subtraction, factorial, Fibonacci, Armstrong, and the star cube. So many programs we have done, and these kinds of applications, whatever you have done in your academics, these applications are treated as console application. Are the applications having a black screen UI to interact with the program. And coming to the first column, they have a GUI, that is what graphical user interface. Let's see this calculator application having some menus like edit, view, help, and having one text box to enter the numbers like 0 and all the things. And we have some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, all are buttons. And the same thing for VLC and MS Office also. These are Windows applications. Whatever the applications are having black color screen, this will be treated as console, graphical button, frame, edit, menu, and all the things. This will be treated as Windows. And Windows application, this is what standalone applications are running within the system only. Now coming toward the next one, Yahoo and Gmail and Google Docs. You can share your data anywhere in the world. Like see, I will I will give the difference between this Office and this Google Docs. Both are same. But the thing is, if you done your resume in your system, suppose you went to somewhere else, you didn't get this your resume from your system. But if you save your resume in Google Docs, you can get your resume anywhere in the world. So that is what this MS Office will be working within the system, and the Google Docs will be, you can access this throughout the world. That is what web-based applications. And these are some enterprise applications, and enterprise applications are specific to one organization. Like payment processing will be there. Suppose you want to pay the payment to SBH, then you need to use only SBH site. And automatic billing will be there. Again, it is specific to some organization. Email also. Right. These are some kinds of applications are developed by Java. Using C, I think you have developed only console, but using Java, you can develop these three kinds of applications also. So coming to the next slide, see Java application types. We have two types. The first one is application, the second one is distributed application. In applications we have console. Now just now I have given some theory regarding the console. So console applications are the applications are running with the console screen, that is black screen. Now the second type is Windows, or we'll call desktop or standalone applications. Next, this web-based and enterprise applications are the part of this distributed applications. Now see, the simple definitions will be there, like console means the console screen will be there, Windows means some GUI screen will be there. Web-based application, see, observe the terminology. Application is a client server. See, client server means we are the clients for WhatsApp. The WhatsApp is a server. We are the clients of Gmail. The Gmail is a server. And we are the clients of Twitter, and the Twitter is a server. So that is what client-server architecture will be applicable for web-based application. Now coming to for enterprise application, this application having a large software system and designed to operate in a corporate environment such as business or a government, particular to organization. It may be a business or it may be a government. Now coming to what, let me give who is the author, the developer of this Java. So the Java developer, see, his name is James Gosling. Actually, the Java team members, the name is called as Green Team. The Java team name is called Green Team. And these are the team members, the Java team members, like James Gosling, Mike Sheridan, and Patrick Norton. All are the members of the Java team. And see, C is developed by the Dennis Rich. CPP is developed by the John Stotts. Java is developed James Gosling, and this is the vendor company Sun Microsystem, but there is no Sun Microsystem now. This is Oracle, because the Oracle buys all your Sun Microsystem. Now it is a part of Oracle Corporation. That's it. And see, you may get a sir, why the Java language is named as Java, right? And before Java we have C++. Before C++ we have a C. Now you may get a question, right? So why the C language named as C? So the simple answer is before C we have a B language, before B have a language, that is A for Algol, B for BCL, and we have a B language. After B we have a language called C. From the C we are enhancing some properties to the C, that's why we'll call it as C++. I think you know the plus operator in C. Plus means adding some features to the operand. So here C++ means it gives the extension to our existing C language. Now coming to our Java, you may get doubts, sir, why the name is or why not any other language? There is a specific reason is there. So let me clear with you, the Java is not any person name, any organization. So Java is an ocean name. I will give a conclusion for that one. See, basically before Java, the name of the Java is Oak, O-A-K, Oak. And why will they choose the name as Oak means it is a strength and chosen as a national tree of many countries. That is USA, France, Germany, and Romania. Actually, the Java is developed in Indonesia country, and Indonesia's the state is the USA. That's why they will treat the name as oak. What is our national tree? We'll call it the neem tree, right? So in the same way, they have a national tree called oak. That's why they will keep the name as oak. And in 1995, it is renamed by Java. And Java, and see here, Java is an island of Indonesia. And see, I will give some practical proof of this Java. See here, we have the terminology like East Java. Here, observe the terminology, observe the screen, East Java and West Java. Actually, it is an island. Actually, it is an island. The C name is Java. The C name is Java. And in this place, this central Java place, the Java is developed. That's why they will keep the name as Java. And most of the people don't know it. And see, observe any website or any books related to Java, we have a coffee symbol. Coffee symbol. Definitely you have a coffee symbol. So that is the coffee symbol reason is it. Now see, these are the features and buzzwords of the Java. We'll say that some features of the Java. So we have a language like C and CPP. Why we are going to Java is the first and foremost reason is platform independent. Platform independent. So the platform independent means, I will cover this one the next slide. Now, so the platform, I will tell you exactly the what the platform is. So platform is an environment where exactly the program is executed. And here the platform includes operating system and the processor. Consider any operating system, any processor. We have so many operating systems like Windows, Mac, Solaris and all the things. And processor means like we have P4, i3, Athlon, AMD, we have so many processors. Platform independence means irrespective of platform, the Java program is going to be executed. And this is the feature is not there in C and C++. That is the first and foremost reason the Java is came into existence. And the next one is architecture neutral. So here we need to consider the processor architecture. So that a Java program can be run on any processor architecture. It may be a 8-bit, 32-bit, 64-bit or upcoming any bit the Java programming executed. So that's why it is called architectural neutral. Now coming to what portability. So the portability means able to execute a Java program on any machine. Any machine in the sense, observe the terminology, any machine means a Java program can be run on a mobile, a laptop, a tab, a system or any ATM machine or any some payment billing, anything. So anywhere the Java program can be executed. That is what a portability nature. So portability means able to execute a Java application irrespective of the machine. Now coming to what's simple. So many of people are heard that what Java is very tough, but it is very simple. If we know some of the C and CPP basics, it is very simple. And Seema, let me give another point here. And most of the people are not coming from a CSC background. So that's why my sessions are started from C and CPP only. And see, it is not mandatory to learn C and CPP complete knowledge. Some basic knowledge we need to have to learn the Java course. So definitely I will give the complete knowledge regarding C and CPP, whatever required for the Java. And see, object oriented, this is the main advantage of the Java. So the Java is a purely object oriented programming language, except to one thing, later I will cover. So it is Java supports all object oriented features. Like we have a class and the object, polymorphism, inheritance, we have so many concepts. And the next slide I will cover that one. And it is fully secured. Secured means it is used in networking. That is the one reason, because it's providing high level algorithms to provide our data. And robust means strong. So the Java is very strong. So how can we say it is a strong means? In C and CPP we have a problems like insufficient memory, right? If you run a program, in some cases you will get some errors. That is what exception will call. So to handle exception we don't have any mechanism in C. But Java will provide error handle, that is exception handlings, and Java will provide automatic memory garbage collection. That's why it is robust. Robust means it's strong because of two reasons. One is exception handling, the second is automatic memory garbage. And the next one is dynamic. Dynamic means Java supports C and CPP. Java supports C and CPP. And if you want to run any content from CNCPP, you need not to write a piece of code from CNCPP. Dynamically, the Java supports CNCPP dynamically. And the interpreted means in Java, we are using interpreter. But in CNCPP, we are using only compilers. But Java has a extra functionality was interpreter. Because of interpreter only, we are achieving this platform independent, architectural neutral, and a portability nature. And now it gives the high performance. Let me give one suggestion why it is performing high performance. Because if you run a Java program, directly we won't get the will get mediator file, that is a byte class, byte code will be generated, and that byte code will give the high performance while we are executing the code. And another thing is that multi-threading. Multi-threading is a way of executing a program fastly and parallelly. And suppose assume a program having 1,000 instructions. In order to execute that program, around will takes 10 seconds will be time will be taken around. We'll try to observe. 10,000 instructions will be there. Java program using multi-threading, the time will be reduced, and in 1,000 instructions, the individual parts are executed parallelly. Let us assume 1 to 250 statements are executed as treated as a one thread, and a 250 to 500 one thread, 250 to 750, and 750 to 1,000. It means 4 threads are running parallel. If the 4 threads are running parallelly, the program execution will be reduced to the 2 to 3 seconds. To approximately 4 seconds will be taken. That is what it is. Distributed means a Java program, using a Java program, you can access any resource in the world. Either it may be a software or a platform or anything you can access. That is what distributed nature. Now see, I will cover what exactly the platform is. Just observe what I mean by platform independent. See here, C and CPP programs are compiled and generate .exe. Directly they will generate .exe. And this .exe having operating system instructions. See, along with system information will be there. Assume that you are running a C program on Windows XP. The program executed on Windows XP only. If you or Mac, it won't, because in C and CPP they have a system information while we are executing the program. That is the reason why the C and CPP are platform dependent, and one slogan is there for the C and CPP, that is write once, compile anywhere. WOCA. Observe the terminology, WOCA. Write once, compile anytime. You need to compile a C or CPP program if you change the platform. In case of Java, see, observe the terminology. If you compile a Java program, we'll get .class file, and this .class file won't have any system information. It means irrespective of platform, the Java program can be executed. And one slogan is there for Java, that is WORA. WORA, that is W for write once and run anywhere anywhere. Anywhere means, observe the terminology, any platform. So the CCPP slogan is WOCA, that is anytime. You need to compile it. But Java, if you compile once, you can run a Java program anywhere. That is a platform independent nature. Now see this diagram, you will get the thing. So I think you know a little bit idea about the C program. So that is what, after writing a C program, we should say with .c extension. The same thing available for CPP also. And see, same thing is applied for Java. See, a Java code having .java file extension, after compilation, see, we are using Java C. Java C refers Java compiler. Compilation will get bytecode, and for the bytecode we have a .class extension. And see the last picture. See, we have a Windows operating system, Linux operating system, and a Mac. And see, one mediator is there. That is what, JVM. Actually, the JVM is an interpreter. Because of the JVM only, Java will get the nature called platform independent. See, the Windows JVM is there, Linux JVM is there, Mac JVM is there. If you want to run this .class file, the JVM is needed. So if the JVM is there, the .class file will be run on any platform, that is or Mac, any operating system, the program is executed. That is called platform independency in nature. Now see, a little bit I will give the object-oriented programming, what the programming exactly. See, actually observe this shortcut, it is a PIE. It is a PIE. Observe the terminology, APIE. A for abstraction, P for polymorphism, I for inheritance, and E for encapsulation. This is a shortcut you need to remember for the object-oriented programming features. Actually, they are all called as features of the object-oriented programming. And see, abstraction means hiding the data, simply hiding the data implementation. And a polymorphism means performing a same action in different ways. Performing a same action in different ways. And inheritance means reusability. It means we can use existing properties. Encapsulation means just we are capsuling, that is we are binding the members of the code in a class block. Don't worry about all the things. In our session I will cover all the things here. I will give a small advantage of this all this object-oriented programming structure. So it uses for modeling, mapping, reuse, and extend, and security. Model means if you want to write a Java program, just you need to map your real-world problems with the user perspective. And the second one is you need to map the Java program with the real-world entities. Next, the constructor reusable components using inheritance, and create new components from existing ones. And it provides high security using capsuling the members of the programs. Now see, and we have a terminology that is a difference between object-oriented and object-based. See, in object-oriented, all features are supported. Whatever we have discussed, like API, all are supported. And it doesn't have any inbuilt object. That is the only one difference. It doesn't have any inbuilt objects. And see, the object-oriented programming languages are like C++, C#, and Java. In object-based, Java, this object-based language doesn't support polymorphism and inheritance. These two topics are not supported in object-based. And object-based language has inbuilt objects. Like in JavaScript, we have a window object, and in JavaScript and VB are the object-based languages. Now, let me give what exactly the difference between class and object, because it is a fundamental thing to understand all the group speeches. Now, come to see this diagram. Here you have a body of the picture of the human being, and this is the, I think you know the famous personality, that is Sachin. The second person is some Sania Mirza. Now observe, class. Class is a blueprint of a person. Blueprint, it's an imaginary thing. If we say human, we can imagine, so a human having 2 hands, 2 legs, okay, nose, mouth, we have so many organs. So, but the class always give the blueprint, only it will give the blueprint. It's just imagination, it's a template. Now coming to what object, as a Sachin. Sachin is a human, and a Sania Mirza is also a human. So that is what, these are objects of this class. Let me give more examples. Don't worry, I will give the more example. See, a flower is there. Flower is a class, whereas a rose and a lily are the objects. Flower is not visible, whereas rose and a lily are the visibles. And now coming to what, another example. See, fruit is there. Fruit is a class, because we cannot see a fruit, but we can see a banana, we can see an apple. These are the objects, and always the imaginary thing is called as a class. Now see, I am taking the class with the help of laptop, and the laptop is a class again, because it's an imaginary thing. Now I am using Dell laptop, so Dell laptop is an object. Sony is an object. Or HP, we have so many objects are there, and this is the difference between class and object. I hope you will get the. So the class is a imaginary thing always, and the objects are physical things of the classes. Now see the next diagram. the class is a set of attributes and operations. Let me give the what exactly the difference between class and object, attributes and behaviors. See, myself, I am the Chandy, so I am the object. Simply, I am the object. You will be also the, you are the also you will be objects. See, I am the object of faculty class, you are the object of student class, and you are also having attributes and operations. Myself, I am also having attributes and operation. Let me clear with you what exactly the attributes and operation. So, student have a name and an age and an ID. These are all get ID are the, take account as an example. Account is a class, whereas attributes are name, balance, ID, password, all are treated as attributes, and this is the operations are performed by the account holder. That is what withdraw, deposit, determine the balance, that is checking balance on all the things. Now see the circle. We have a center, radius. These are all attributes, and calculating area, calculating circumference are treated as a behavior, or we'll say operations. So that is what a class is exactly. Now see the another diagram. Student is a class or object? Yes, obviously it is a class because it is imaginary thing. Now take a person John. John is an object because it's a physical thing in the world. Jill is an object. Now see, John and Jill are objects of the student class. The same thing, we have a circle. Circle means again imaginary thing will be there. That is circle A, circle B. If you draw, then it will be treated as an object. Now so just see another example I will give it to you. And these are the vehicle objects. We have different vehicles, and these are the some polygon objects. We have different shapes here. Next, see here, person is a class, and attributes are name, age, gender, and all the things will be treated as attributes. Operations like speaking, listening, walking, all are operations. Now see, another vehicle is a class, and attributes are name, model, color, company, and all things. Operations are start, stop, accelerate. And we have some polygons like vertices, border, color, and fill color, and operations are like draw, erase, and move. These are what difference between class and object. See, let real-time coding, how the real-time coding will be done in Java. See, I have a class with the name ATM. See, we know the ATM having name and amount. Name is a type string and amount is a type of double because it having some values, right? And see, I am using private and all things. So private for security purpose. We are using security purpose. We are giving as private. And you know the common working of the ATM. So using ATM withdraw, deposit, balance inquiry. But it is now difficult task to get the money of the. So leave it about this task, right? Now see, ATM is a class, and now coming to what see here, and the ATM is a class because it is not a real thing. If you take SBH, SBI, ICSA, these are the objects, and don't worry about this syntax. This is what just to create the objects. By the OOP session you will get it, so no matter. So this is C, SBH and SBI, SCSA are the objects of the ATM class. Now if you want to perform any operation like withdraw, only you need to perform. That is what SBH.withdraw, SBI.deposit, ICSA.balance inquiry. This is a simple programming structure of a Java. If you understanding this clearly, you can easily write the programming Java. Nothing is there. Because always in Java, we need to compare with the real world things only. Okay, there is no need to by heart here. Now coming to this next slide, and for the software requirement for Java is we need a compiler. The compiler is like JDK. JDK stands for Java Development Kit. So like it is nothing but in C we are using Turbo C, Borland C, Dev C, ANSI C, right? In the same way for the Java also we are using a compiler called some JDK. And this 1.x is nothing but x is a number like a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the current version is 1.9. It is upcoming version. The developers are using 1.8 also. Okay, you can download anything from the net. And we are using some editors. You can use any editors, like you have a Notepad or a Notepad++ or Edit+. You can use any one of them. And you should have a IDEs like Eclipse and NetBeans also. So for the learners, don't go for IDEs for the preparation of the programs, right? Use only Notepad or Notepad++ or Edit+. Then only you will get the knowledge, right? Don't use the Eclipse and NetBeans. And see, this is some structure of the Java program. Don't worry about this, all the 15 statements. It's very easy to understand. See, this is the first one as comment section, like comment section including like who is the author of the program, what is the purpose of the program, right? All the things will be there in comment section. Actually, this comment section is not mandatory for a programmer, right? You can use or you can avoid it, not a problem. And the next one is package declaration. So the package declaration means if you write a program, there should be a package. There should be a package. Nothing there. I will explain you what exactly the package is. See, suppose you want to go to the college, you need a books. So directly you cannot take the books, right? You need to place that books into a bag. So your bag is nothing but like a package. So the bag having books, like a package having interfaces. Observe the terminology. Bag is a collection of books and a package is a collection of class and interface. Upcoming session you will get the thing, no worry. And the third statement, see, import statement. See, in C and C++, we are writing # include stdio.h, # include iostream.h. We are writing, but in Java we are using import statements. That is the difference. In C and C++ we are using include, in Java we are using import statement. And starts with Java programs should start with a class. Should start with a class, and we should give the class name. Give whatever you want you name the name. No restriction to give the class names. And if you want to save this file, definitely you need to save this file with this class name. Suppose assume that you are giving the class name as Shruti. Definitely you need to save this program with Shruti.java. And this is the restriction is not there in C and C++, but here in which have a restriction. And these are some components in class like a variable declaration, constructor, setters, getters, inner classes, method definition, and finally observe what? It is an older one. That is our C language method. That is void main. In C and C++, the program execution starts from main method. The same scenario will be applicable in Java also. Wherever you will write the code, but the execution starts from main method only. Right? So let me give a small example of the Java program. This is what a Java program. So let me execute this Java program by one IDE. See, I will execute the same program. Just observe it. Observe my screen. So I am using here some Edit+. You can use any one of them. So go to the file, select new and select Java. So I am giving the name as sample. So what is my class name? Sample. So you should be save this file with sample, that is Control S, and I give the name as sample dot sample.java, and see I am saving this file in desktop. Observe the terminology, and I am saving this file. So what is the message I am trying to display? Hello world. That is I am trying to give what a welcome to Java session. So this is the message I want to display. This is a sample program I am writing. See here, I will explain you the simply. Class is a keyword. Whatever the blue color will be there, all are keywords, and the sample is a class name. Leave it about this. Don't can static. These are keywords are related to Java. Later I will cover this one. And the void main is a what? It is our older method available in C and C++. So the execution starts from main. In C, suppose you want to display a message, we should write printf, but in Java we should write a system.out.println of the message you need to write. So I have already written this program in a desktop. This is my program. So in order to compile this program, you should open a command prompt first. That is, you need to type here cmd. Then see command prompt will be open. Don't worry about this color. I have changed this color. By default it will be a black color. I have changed it as an yellow color. And go to the directory what desktop directory, cd space desktop. To compile a Java program, there is a command called Java C and a file name. What is the file name? Sample.java. So after compilation, you need to run this code. See, the program is compiled successfully without having any errors. Again, you will get the command prompt. Then if you want to show the output, you need to type java space sample. Only file name you need to type. Observe, if you want to compile a Java program, you need to use javac command and the sample.java and a java space sample for the running of the program. See what the output we are getting. Hello. Well, I think the program is not saved. Let me save the program again and again compile it. See, welcome to Java session is the output. So this is the way to writing the program and a way to running the Java program. So before that, you need to install JDK in your system. See, this is the sample program execution. Now see, actually see, Java have a wide range of scope. Let me explain you what a wide range. Java is used everywhere. Let me give here. So first we have an operating system. See, operating system means any operating system supported by Java, that is Windows, Linux, Unix, Mac, Sun, Solaris. See, database, any type of database will be supported by Java. Maybe Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, DB2, Sybase, SQL Server, anything, any type of database supported by Java. And the Java is in testing purpose also. So because if you want to learn knowledge, that is what the testing tools like the Sun IT, testing, Selenium, we are using these components. And using Java, I mean Java is used in so many servers like Apache Tomcat, Sun Java App, JDeveloper, IBM WebSphere and JBoss. And we have different IDEs for the Java like Eclipse, NetBeans, IntelliJ, BlueJ, JEdit and Dr. Java. And again, if you want to learn any frameworks, Java is must and should be. That is Struts, Springs, Hibernate, that should be a Java knowledge. Suppose you want to develop Android application. See, the Android application, FX, we have Java, J2ME, Symbian. To learn or to develop all any device mobile application, there is a core Java knowledge will be there. And some tools also will be there like Hadoop, Salesforce and a WaveMaker. I think you don't know this Hadoop and Salesforce, right? Let me explain you the small terminology. So after 5 years, everything will be the cloud. Everything will be the cloud. That is big data. So to maintain the huge amount of data, so see nowadays we are getting the data from so many devices because all are using smartphones. Day by day number of data will be there in our servers. So to maintain that such kind of data, we have a concept called big data. That big data, the Hadoop framework will be used. So it is upcoming terminology, upcoming season for the Hadoop. Again, if you want to get the Hadoop knowledge, again the Java is needed. So these are the 8 scopes. Not only 8 in future, maybe it is increases to 20 or 30 also. I will give that guarantee. I will give that assurance definitely. That is the wide range of the scope. And see my course content are observe the terminology. First observe we C and C give the CCPP basics with OOPS, and I will give the Java feature and all the things. See here, these are the things in CCPP also there like keywords, data types, and the wrapper class in Java new and the typecasting, operators, control statements, arrays, strings. These arrays and strings are very important for the interview purpose. If you go to any industry purpose, definitely without this arrays and strings, there is no I will give the definitely this arrays and strings, and packages also there, and exception handling is a very important topic for the interview purpose. And we have a multi-threading, right, inner classes, IO streams and a collection. See the collections are again very important for the interview purpose, for your future purpose also in Java, because the collections are very important in advanced Java and the frameworks also. See, other than this all the components, I will give some GUI development tools also like AWT and things. I will give you assurance that what you can develop your own notepad, you can develop your own calculators. Definitely I will give that assurance. If you want screens. And I will cover the networking also. See, nowadays everyone using WhatsApp for the communication purpose, but in our olden days we don't have this WhatsApp and all the things for the communication purpose. Now I will explain you how this exactly this charting is and all the things will be going to be performed internally using a small application using networking. Now after completion of Core Java, so the Core Java is for learners only. If you want to develop other than this console or Windows, like a web-based or enterprise, there also. And for the freshers, definitely they will focus on this advanced Java concept like a JDBC, Solid, JSP, and some MVC architecture, web services. So many things are there. And after completion of Core Java, definitely I will give the basics of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SQL, and PLSQL. And this is a free of cost only. Observe the terminology. After completion of Core Java, before starting advanced Java, if you have an interest to definitely I will give CSS, JavaScript, SQL, and PLS at free of cost, because these are the mandatory to writing the code for the advanced Java concepts and from frameworks also. So again, if you go to one's industry, definitely they will train you for the frameworks, definitely. But if you have a core knowledge on the frameworks, it's easy to done any kind of applications. So these are the and then these are some training highlights. It's provided by our institute, so that is very interactive and some career oriented session. Definitely I will give some interview questions, and day by day based on the topic I will give the assignments. If you are not done that assignments, again definitely I will help you how to solve all the problems. And for every class I need to take your backup. I need to take your feedback whether you are achieving that concept or not. If you're not getting the things, definitely I will give more number of examples and definitely some server access will be there to practice the sessions. I will provide all the stuffs to you, and you can access any time. And if you miss any class, if you have any urgence, if you miss any classes, any sessions, so my sessions are provided for you. This is what recorded session will be provided for you, and our team will give a full support to you based on through phone, through mail, through chat. Every information will be provided for you regarding the classes, regarding the session. Everything will be provided you, and unlimited access digital library also there to learn anything from this institute. And we are providing this extra services also. See, we are providing PLSQL at free of cost only. No matter, we will not charge anything. And see here, the exception handling, very important. And every topic will be explained with a real-time example. Definitely for every concept, before starting every concept, I will give a real-time example and I will mark with the concept. And after completion of every session, whatever programs I have explained you, every program will be forwarded with your mail. Definitely for every class, every end of the session. And if you have any queries, you can ask me. Yeah, hello. If you have any queries, you can ask me, like Imran, Monica, Shekhar, Shruti, some Vigneshwaran is also there on the line. You can share your views. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, Imran.
Yes, sir. I think class it's well you can explain very good, sir.
Okay.
So, but voice is not clear. How can I audible?
Yeah, okay, definitely we'll rectify that one. And other than that one, regarding the course content, like
nothing. Are you providing the certificate about the course?
Yeah.
Sir, then it's all about the core Java.
Yeah. Pardon once, your voice is not clear with me.
Okay, sir. It's all about only core Java.
We will give the training 40 days for only core Java. After completion of core Java, if you want to wish advanced Java, this is another case again.
Okay, okay, sir. Advanced
Separately,
Java?
this advanced Java and the sub frameworks are separately completely.
Okay, okay, sir.
We will this 40 days training for only core Java, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, okay. And what about are you clear with this all the things, or do you need any information from me?
No, 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 sir. I'm clear.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And see the Monica Shaker and some chart option also will be placed. Some persons like Vigneshwar Shaker. Yeah, Shaker. What is the part 1 and part 2 in Java? Okay. So the part 1 is nothing but it's a core Java, and the part 2 is a advanced Java. Okay, Shaker. Yeah, Shaker, can you hear me? Yeah, Shruti. Yeah, Imran, can you
What, sir?
I mean,
I
mute
can
out
hear
your
you.
script because yeah, Shruti, ask me if you have any queries.
Okay. Every day, what time the class is going to be start?
Actually, what is your feasible timings? I don't know exactly the timings. You can start with the some Syed is there, na? I think you spoke with Syed, right? Hello.
No, not that. Not
Okay.
it.
Okay. You are talk with what Saujanya, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. You can intimate. What is your feasible timings?
Actually, I'll be coming back to PG around 8 to 8:30. So she said it is going to start at 8 o'clock. I have to manage in that case.
Yeah, definitely. So actually the classes are 8 p.m. From Monday to Friday. Okay, 8 p.m. every day 8 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, okay, Shruti. Yeah.
Yeah, no classes for Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yeah. There is no classes.
Okay, fine. Okay. And
Yeah, you have any
that's
queries
it.
regarding the content? Okay, right. You are from CSE
Like
background, right?
you are. Actually, I did be in electrical and electronics, but moved to software industry.
Okay, good. This is not a problem. It's not a big deal. You can easily learn the Java because I will give definitely I will give the C and CPP basics for you, right?
Yes, yes. And once the classes get started, probably I'll be able to ask you some questions.
Definitely, I will encourage you in a way because there is a one slogan is right, questioning and experience. Then only the knowledge is develops. Definitely, I appreciate you. Who will ask the question while you are taking the class? Okay.
Yeah.
And anything else? Anything else want you know?
No, nothing.
And don't worry about the timings. Definitely, we'll manage you. Okay. Okay.
Sure.
Definitely, we'll
And
arrange your
one more thing is
timings.
like, yeah, I can attend through phone also, right?
Okay. No problem. No problem. You can. Okay.
Okay, fine.
And the first session will be starts from Monday. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, okay, right. And
first session will be, which topic you are going to cover?
So definitely I will start our journey from C only, C and CPP only, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, no problem at all because most of the people from non-CSE background, definitely I will give you an C and CPP brush-ups.
Okay, fine
Okay.
then. Yeah.
Each other from the first
Yeah.
chapter, okay? Yeah, okay, right. And what about the Shaker and Monica Vigneshwar B? Yeah, okay, right. I will wind up the session, ma. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Like Imran, is it everything clear? Shruti?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, everything is clear.
Yes, it is clear.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. We'll be meet on a Monday. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, ma.
Thank,
Yeah, okay. Bye. Yeah, have a good night and a good night.
thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
bye.
Good night.
Yeah, bye.